For example, on the Conduit, you have the three modes. You have like free for all, team deathmatch, and some like objective based capture the flagish type thing. But you go into another. But once you choose if you want to do either of those things, and also, do friends, regional or worldwide. Basically, just choose worldwide because it'll automatically choose the guys closest to you anyway. So there's no point in choosing regional under any circumstances. But after you choose one of those, you're basically put into random. I mean, it basically just chooses the game at random for you. If you don't like the map, well, that sucks for you. If you don't like the weapons being used, well, sucks for you. And after each round, you basically comes to a vote, and it's kind of random. Obviously, more votes, the more likely you are to get that. Like, for example, if I want to do the streets level, if I get 9 streets votes compared to, 3 or 4, votes for something else, I'm obviously going to have a much better chance of getting the streets. But you can't really just go and choose which level you want. I go back to Resistance in Call of Duty 4, or even 5 for that matter. I haven't played much of 5. But you can go into online, and if you want to play a team deathmatch, like I'm using Resistance 2 because I'm more familiar with that game. But if I want, a team deathmatch on the Chicago map between 40 and 50 players, I can do that. The Wii, no, it's, we're going to fill up as many players as we can. You're going to vote, but it's basically decided by a roulette based on the vote. And if you don't like the map or the rules, if you don't like the map or the weapons, well, sucks for you. Again, it goes back to, yeah, it's fine for the Wii, but every other game on the other systems does everything so much better. And also, this is only the second game I've seen that's compatible with the Wii Speak. I don't get why, though. I only know like 1 or 2 people who own the damn thing. And I'm not going to go out and buy a peripheral that only works for 2 games and I know isn't going to be supported by anyone else, except for maybe High Voltage. Because I know Nintendo's not going to give a shit about this peripheral. They just did it so, the core guys like me can quit whining for a headset, which I would still rather have a headset. Hint, hint, wink, wink, Nintendo. Anyway, I'm not going to go out and buy this for 1 game. It's utterly pointless. I applaud them for putting it in, but I haven't come across anyone who would actually entice me to actually go out and get it. Thus making, any sort of communication between your allies pretty much impossible unless you actually own the damn thing. It's just a stupid idea because, yeah, I bought a headset for my PS3 because I know every online game is compatible with my headset. Because the online service on the PS3 and 360 is a million times better than anything you're going to get on the freaking Wii. But I've been rambling on the downsides too much. I'll try and go and do some positives now. On the positive side, it doesn't lag. Not 1 bit. I've come across a few jumpy players, but that had to do with their connections because everyone else in the match was perfectly fine. It doesn't lag at all. It picks up the motions online just as well as it does, in the single-player campaign. I don't know if that's positive or a negative. But, you're going to be playing it the exact same way online as you are in the single-player campaign. No lag, no horrendous glitches so far that I've seen. As far as online mode, this is easily the best online game for the Wii. And, if you only have a Wii, definitely pick this game up. Because, especially if you're looking for a core title. Other good on the actual system, you can kind of hang out with your friends and kind of dominate, the Russian roulette for the rules and maps and all that kind of stuff. You can kind of just dominate that as long as you're with your friends, which is a kind of a big plus, but it's kind of annoying too. Other positives, the soundtrack is really good. I do like the soundtrack for this game. The voice acting is also pretty good. Even though Michael Ford is the very stereotypical, am I gonna go take down the aliens now? Yes, Michael Ford, go in and save the day. It's like, The soundtrack is good, even though it does sound like a bit everything else. Before I continue rambling much more, I'm just gonna do closing thoughts because I don't have much more to say. If your only system is the Wii, yeah, pick it up. Don't worry, if your only system is the Wii, pick it up. because it's one of the few core games on the damn system, and you're not going to regret buying this if it's your only system. However, if you have the other systems, hold on a sec here. Come here, you. Where are you, Call of Duty? If you have the other systems, these are better. These are a lot better. These are infinitely more entertaining than Conduit is. They will forever be more just better games. I mean, sure, it's a competent first-person shooter, but if this were released on the PS3 and 360, it would be very, very average, mediocre at the best. But just because it's on the Wii, places like IGN and GameStop are giving it rave reviews, just because it's one of the few hardcore games on the system that doesn't blow ass. So, basically know what you're getting into when you try and get into it. Have the other systems, give it a pass. You're not going to need this. These are better. Every first-person shooter on the other systems is, frankly, better, except for maybe Haze. But Haze sucks. Yeah, but if your only system is the Wii and you're dying for something actually good that isn't, you know, waggle. If you're looking for something that actually has some decent gameplay to it and isn't, you know, watered down for the kiddies and old people, yes, pick it up. I got it just because I needed something desperately on the Wii. Overall, I give it a meh. It's very, very meh. It's competent at what it does, but it doesn't excel at anything. It's like the old Crash Bandicoot games. Sure, it's fun, don't get me wrong, but it's not Mario. Like, this is fun, don't get me wrong, but it's not Call of Duty 4. It's not going to change what everyone does on the Wii. It's not going to suddenly give, you know, developers the epiphany to go, hey, let's bring all of our core franchises and start making core games for the Wii. It's not going to do that. This game proves that every core concept works better on the other two systems, and how just there's no point trying on the Wii, because it's done better on other systems. But, again, good, it's decent. If it's the only system you own, yes, pick it up. Otherwise, give it a pass. Nairman, out.